Welcome back to Brisbane Property Uncovered. I'm Mac from MoneyQuest Manly. In this episode, we're talking about one of the most nerve-wracking parts of buying property, negotiating and making your first offer. Whether you're a first-time buyer, investor, or upsizer, your first offer can make or break your deal. But most people either overthink it or go in blind. Today, I'll walk you through how to negotiate smart, understand what a property is really worth, and make an offer that gets taken seriously without overpaying. First, we need to understand market value. Before you even think about making an offer, you need to understand what the property is actually worth. Don't just look at the listed price, that's often just a marketing hook. Instead, look up recently sold properties in the area. Focus on similar homes, same size, condition, and land size. You'll quickly see what buyers are really paying, not just what sellers are asking. And if you're not sure where to start, ask your broker, me. I can help you pull a recent comparable sales list so you can go into your negotiation confident and informed. If you're pre-approved, that's your financial anchor. Know your ceiling before you start. It'll help you stay calm when the emotions start kicking in. But don't always tell the real estate agent what you're pre-approved for. That gives him or her the evidence to push you further if they can. So the psychology of the first offer. Now let's talk strategy, your first offer. A lot of buyers think they should lowball just to see what happens, but too low and the agent won't take you seriously. You want to come across as genuine but informed. Show you've done your research. Reference recent sales or market data when you make your offer. That signals to the agent you're not just guessing, you're making a fair, evidence-based move. Now, negotiation tips that actually work. Good negotiation isn't about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. Ask smart questions. How long has the property been on the market? Has the vendor purchased elsewhere? What kind of settlement time frame are they looking for? The answers can tell you how motivated the seller is, and that's where your leverage comes from. And one of my favorite tips, don't rush to fill the silence. Say your offer, then stop talking. Let the agent sit with it. Now, conditions can be stronger than price. Sometimes it's not always just about the price tag. Your terms can actually make your offer more appealing. Shorter finance clause, flexible settlement dates, or fewer special conditions can help you stand out even if your price isn't the highest. This is where your broker plays a big role. If you've got pre-approval already, you can confidently offer tighter finance clauses, and that makes you look more serious and reliable. The first offer strategy. Go in with a clear ceiling and stick to it. Make your offer clean in writing with proof of funds or pre-approval that shows you're serious and ready to move quickly. When my clients are prepared, I like to suggest offering 7 days for finance and 7 days for building and pest, with an initial $5,000 deposit paid 2 days after the contract is signed. Then, once you go on unconditional, another 3 to 5% deposit within 2 days is usually a solid approach. It shows commitment and confidence, two things agents and sellers really notice. Of course, your offer also needs to reflect the current market and level of demand. If there's a lot of competition for the property, your offer needs to be stronger to stand out. And if you do pay a small premium to secure it, remember, you can always try to renegotiate after the building and pest inspection if repairs or maintenance issues come up that justify a reduction. So there's another chance. And if your funds aren't immediately available, that's okay. We can look at using a deposit bond. It's a pretty small fee to get you out of a tricky situation, and I can help you organize it quickly. Never reveal your top number too early, and remember, your first offer isn't your final one, it's just your opener. Now, here's some common mistakes to avoid. Here's what I see too often. Falling in love with the property instead of the numbers. Rushing in after the first open home. Ignoring comparable data and paying what it feels worth. Buying property should always be part of a bigger strategy, not a one-off emotional decision. My closing thoughts are that negotiation isn't about who's tougher, it's about who's better prepared. Do your research, know your limits, and don't get emotionally attached to a single property. The right deal is the one that makes sense for your long-term goals. So that's it for today's episode of Brisbane Property Uncovered. Next episode, I'll be diving into what happens after your offer is accepted, from contracts, valuations to finance clauses, and how to keep your deal moving smoothly to settlement. If you're planning your next move or want help structuring your finance to make a stronger offer, reach out to me at MoneyQuest Manly. Let's make sure your next purchase is a smart one.